Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. We begin with this story. Sarawak is being proposed as the host state for the inaugural Borneo Animation and Games Festival BAGF in 2026. The initiative was among the matters raised when Digital Minister Gobind Singh Deo paid a courtesy call to Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg earlier today. Gobind says plans are underway to secure the participation of renowned studios such as Walt Disney, DreamWorks, Netflix, Sony Pictures Animation, Konami and Nintendo for the festival, which is being planned for August next year.
Gobind says the Premier expresses his support for the initiative and agrees to the establishment of a joint committee comprising representatives from the federal and Sarawak governments. He adds that the paper will first be reviewed at the federal level before being brought to the cabinet.
Setuju supaya satu jawatan kuasa ditetapkan, di mana jawatan kuasa itu terdiri daripada wakil daripada Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak dan juga daripada Kerajaan Pusat, khususnya daripada Kementerian Digital dan MDEC. Saya rasa ini adalah titik permulaan dia, dan selepas jawatan kuasa itu ditubuhkan dan perbincangan diadakan, mereka akan kemukakan cadangan berkaitan dengan apa sebenarnya hala tuju bergerak ke depan, dan daripada situ saya akan usulkan satu memo kepada Kabinet untuk mendapat persetujuan. Saya harap itu dapat dilaksanakan dalam suku pertama tahun depan, dan kalau begitu, maka saya rasa kita boleh melihat fest ini diadakan pada bulan 8 tahun depan.
According to him, the committee is tasked with drawing up the next steps and preparing a memorandum for cabinet review by early next year.
Sarawak is seeking stronger cooperation from Japan to speed up sustainable energy development, especially in hydrogen and hybrid technologies that remain costly. Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said affordable renewable energy production requires technology transfer and active participation from international partners like Japan. During the Yamada 2025 International Renewable Energy Forum, the Premier signalled clearly that Sarawak needs Japan as a technology provider, especially in electrolysis and hybrid power plant technologies, so that green energy generation can benefit not only Sarawak but the entire ASEAN region.
We have the resource, but we need the technology provider. And I hope this forum, they will try to explore the possibility of integrating technology provider and our side, where we can produce renewable energy at an affordable costs and to be shared, at least in ASEAN.
Abang Johari also highlighted Sarawak's achievement as the first state in Malaysia to pass the Sustainable Resources and Waste Management Bill 2025. He said the bill will enable the production of biomass energy using waste from the agricultural and related sectors. This energy will then be combined with natural gas to generate sustainable hybrid power, an area in which Japan is a recognized expert. To realize this, collaboration with Japan are ongoing for the construction of 3 gas power plants in Miri and Bintulu with a capacity of 500 megawatts respectively.
In a bid to stabilize affordable home prices and expand housing options for the people, the Sarawak government is rolling out the new Sarawak Housing Contribution Trust Fund. Deputy Minister for Public Health, Housing and Local Government, Dato' Michael Tiang, says the policy now requires developers to pay into the fund if they opt not to build the affordable units mandated under the state's housing ownership rules.
By using this fund, the Sarawak government, through statutory bodies, will implement affordable housing projects. The Sarawak government remains committed to ensuring that all Sarawakians, particularly the younger generation and those from lower and middle income groups, have greater opportunities to own homes at affordable prices and enjoy a better quality of life.
Tiang adds that Sarawak is also rolling out more affordable homes in high-demand areas. He says this includes a supply-driven approach through agencies such as the Housing Development Corporation (HDC), the Land Custody and Development Authority, the Bintulu Development Authority, and private developers. Affordable housing initiatives currently underway include HDC's Rumah Spectra Permata, planned development in Bintulu Sungai Plan, alongside federal state projects such as People's Housing Projects in Sibu, Bintulu, and Kuching. Tiang added that several ownership and eligibility policies, including Spectra Light, Spectra Medium, and Sri Pertiwi schemes, are being enforced to ensure housing remains accessible for targeted income groups. According to Tiang, these measures reflect the government's recognition of the growing challenges facing young households and families from low and middle income groups amid rapidly rising housing costs.
The Sarawak Ports Authority is slated to commence operations in the second quarter of 2026. Deputy Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development, Datuk Majang Rengyi, explains that under the Sarawak Port Authority Ordinance 2024, all port boards across Sarawak will be unified under a single regulatory entity, enhancing efficiency and coordination in port operations.
Kaki tangan lembaga-lembaga pelabuhan akan ditawarkan penjawatan sama ada dalam Sarawak Port Authority ataupun di dalam entiti korporat pelabuhan baharu mengikut kesesuaian berdasarkan prinsip no less favorable.
Majang outlines that the consolidation will occur in 3 stages: an interim phase, incorporation, and eventual privatization. During the interim phase, regulatory powers will shift from the existing port boards to the Sarawak Ports Authority in accordance with the ordinance. He adds that port board personnel will be offered positions either within the Sarawak Ports Authority or in the newly established corporate port entities, following the principle of no less favourable employment terms.
A total of 1,031 police officers and personnel are set to be deployed to Sabah to enforce security during the upcoming state elections scheduled for November 29. Sarawak Police Commissioner Datuk Muhammad Zainal Abdullah says the deployment is taking place in phases starting earlier this week in response to a request from the Sabah Police contingent.
Mereka akan bergerak pada besok pagi. Saya akan membuat pelepasan kepada semua pegawai dan anggota yang terlibat. Walaupun saya beritahu tadi 1,031, tapi sebahagiannya dalam 200 lebih macam tu telah pun berada lebih awal di Sabah, dan selebihnya itu lagi kita akan hantar mereka esok menggunakan pesawat komersial ke Sabah.
All personnel will be deployed as needed across every district involved in the election to keep security operations running exactly as planned. At the same time, he emphasizes that forces' strength remains strong statewide, even as preparations continued for the northeast monsoon and potential flooding. Close coordination between both contingents is expected to ensure that the Sabah state election process proceeds peacefully, securely, and in an orderly manner.
As the northeast monsoon draws near, Sarawak is stepping up its preparedness measures, with each district police chief appointed as operation commander at the district level, while Sarawak Police Commissioner Datuk Muhammad Zainal Abdullah leads and coordinates operations stateswide. Muhammad Zainal acknowledged that while equipment may not be fully adequate, all involved agencies are working closely to ensure assistance can be deployed swiftly should flooding occur.
Jadi amat penting untuk kita mengkoordinasikan, dan saya telah pun mengadakan mesyuarat operasi bencana di peringkat negeri seminggu yang lepas. Jadi kami telah pun bersedia untuk menghadapi sebarang kemungkinan, dan segala kelemahan-kelemahan yang lepas akan kita perbaiki, dan juga dengan adanya kerjasama dengan Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak yang sangat membantu, kita mengharapkan kita dapat membuat yang terbaik untuk memberi bantuan kepada masyarakat sekiranya monsun timur laut melanda negeri Sarawak walaupun ramalan begitulah akan ada taburan hujan yang begitu tinggi sekitar bulan Januari dan juga mungkin sedikit pada bulan Disember. Itu saja.
He adds that all leave may be suspended depending on the situation, and all officers and personnel are on standby 24 hours to ensure public safety is maintained. He emphasizes that this integrated preparedness is designed to minimize the impact of flooding while ensuring that assistance reaches the victims more quickly.
The death toll from days of widespread flooding in southern Thailand rose to 33 today, with tens of thousands displaced in the country. The Thai government declared a state of emergency in southern Songkhla province on Tuesday, with torrential rain since last week inundating the tourist hub of Hat Yai and the southern region.
In the city of Hat Yai, murky brown floodwaters submerged streets and ground floors of residential buildings. Severe flooding has spread to 7 southern provinces, home to several million people. According to Thai authorities, 33 people have died across the 7 provinces caused by flash floods, electrocution and drowning. The flooding since last week has stranded residents and travelers in their homes and hotels, with rescuers using boats, jet skis and military trucks amid high flood waters. The military has deployed an aircraft carrier and mobilized helicopters to airlift patients to nearby hospitals. Meanwhile, more than 10,000 people have been evacuated from their homes in Songkhla since last week. The Songkhla Provincial Administration said that it had set up food centers capable of distributing up to 20,000 food boxes a day to flood victims. Thailand regularly records heavy rainfall from June to September, but experts said human-induced climate change has intensified extreme weather, making conditions increasingly unpredictable.
Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te says his government will propose $40 billion in additional defense spending over 8 years as the island nation seeks to deter a potential Chinese invasion. Taiwan has ramped up defense spending in the past decade as a Chinese military pressure intensified, but U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has pushed the island to do more to protect itself.
Lai said the military aimed to have a high level of joint combat readiness against China by 2027, which U.S. officials have previously cited as a possible timeline for a Chinese attack on the island.
主要这笔特别预算主要是展现台湾守护国家的决心，还有对于印太区域和平稳定的承诺，这是最重要的目的。 第二个呢，也要有效的保护国家的关键基础设施。第三个是保护国人生命财产安全。所以我们是有这样的具体的目标，而且有具体的期程规划，然后会逐步来达成。
Lai said the extra spending would go towards new arms purchases from the United States and enhancing Taiwan's ability to wage asymmetrical warfare. China has never ruled Taiwan, but Beijing claims the island is part of its territory and has threatened to use force to annex it.
中方反对美台官方甚至是军事联系的立场是一贯的。台湾民进党当局以武拒统、以武谋独也是不可能成功的。
Lai's government may struggle to get the proposed spending approved by parliament, where the main opposition Kuomintang party, which advocates closer ties with China, controls the purse strings with the help of the Taiwan People's Party.
Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.